never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not allowed.
Yo, MAGA crowd, what's going on, Omar? Cool Cat Renee, welcome to the last stretch of the day. Man, I had a long day today. Hope you guys liked that. Omar was live on with his link, ready to share the love. Salud, my friends. Stay thirsty. I don't know if you can. It's too bright, too bright. All right, last cup of Joe for the day. Hope you guys are doing okay. Today we're gonna finish our day with a couple of one of them probably not your favorite video, but we are gonna go ahead and play it anyway. Oh man, Cool Cat, we're getting too old over here, man. We're getting too old. Not enough water, too much coffee, they say. Maybe. All right, double tap that screen, says Cool Cat Renee, and we are live. Well, today we had a little moment, didn't we? With a very long day. We were streaming for over 7 hours today, and then we did an extra hour just to show you guys some Halloween little happy moments with the kids. You know, it's crazy. You know, I don't celebrate Halloween, but the way that President Donald Trump did it with the First Lady, I thought it was nice. You know, you got some really cool old traditional Halloween music and some entertainment. The children with the, you know, getting cookies and candies and whatever. And I'm looking at this live. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Christopher was already coming in here with an Oreo. The crazy thing is, like, they never fail, right, to make those nice, beautiful comments about things. It's like people don't realize what they're saying, or I don't know. Maybe they just natural, you know, party poopers, negative or whatever. I'm just gonna show you a couple of short clips to end our day, but not the day. We need to give you guys some props, some kudos. Thanks for the support, etc. You know, the whole bootlicker thing. I got to do my brown nosing dose of the day, thanking you guys, telling you, you know, how wonderful it feels to have your support, etc. Or as some will say, you know, begging over here on YouTube. Cool Cat Renee, what do you think? What do you think about the new hat? You like that? So I ordered this hat, Apparently, I think they can do better. All right. They think, Tanya, how are you? I see you on Candy. What's up? I took a little nap. That's why my eyes are probably all, fluffy and stuff. But yes, been busy all day, man. Been busy all day. We're trying to do this last stretch. We got today and tomorrow. I really wanted to. I know I'm being greedy, probably, by pushing this so much, but I really wanted to hit 10,000 by the end of this month. I mean, it's still possible. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. We are at 9,700. Yeah, maybe not. I don't think we can get 300 subscribers in less than a day. In a day, I guess. But nonetheless, man, I'm still very, very impressed. I thank you guys for, for subscribing, etc. Let's see. Cool Cats says it's good for the kids for about 3 hours. Bring them home. Yeah, I think that the little events like they did at the White House, right, with the kids, it was awesome. And it never ceases to amaze me. There was people in there, look, all white kids. The race car is always coming up, don't it? They always want to see some minority in any of the events. Now, I don't know about you, but I do know the majority of the population here in the States, it's white people, Caucasian. And for some reason, they feel like they should see more black faces on there, which we saw some black kids in there, if you guys are wondering. There were some Asian kids in there as well. I'm sure some of them were Hispanic, but you know how it is with a lot of Hispanics. They actually look pretty white, especially people from Argentina. Get the blonde hair with the blue eyes, and then you get the Mexicans from Guadalajara, and they got the green eyes with the with the blonde hair, etc. So you really can't tell once you get all these people in one spot. But let me see what else we got here. Tanya on Candy, Omar, Cool Cat Renee, Steven is in the house. You are blocked every chance I get, says Stephen Hamilton. Well, thank you, Stephen. I'm not sure why he came in to say that, but all right, we're gonna go ahead and listen to your favorite. Man, I couldn't even finish it. I couldn't even finish lying to you right there. I just couldn't do it. Here, just so you guys have a preview of what's popping next. I don't want to lose the rest of you guys because of that. But I think it's fair that we listen to it. Let me see if I can make this just a tansy bit bigger. Let's see. Right there. Yeah, let's try that. No, it's not Trump. It's the Dalabama. Dalabama. Guys, we have to be fair. We have to be, we have to be flexible. Got to be a little bit lenient. Yeah, I'm sorry, Omar. Got to do it. But afterwards, we're going to give you a little bit of some Arnold Schwarzenegger. I know Kamala Harris posted on my ex account. Well, she posted on her ex account. It came through my feed. And she already voted for yes on Prop 50. I hope that Californians are out there and actually voting for this. I know by now, Californians are probably giving up. I hope not. I hope that they're still out there. They still go out and vote. And hopefully they'll go out and vote tremendously so that the people's voices are actually heard. Dynamic solution. I love Arcane, says Dynamic, and Lana. Oh, this idiot again. Bruh. You guys can say hello, man. You guys don't have to be so hostile. Why the libtards so hostile, guys? Somebody explain that to me. I don't understand. How about, hey, guys, how are you? Try to find out what's going on, right? Like, we got CNN in the house, guys. I'm giving you, whatever the girl's name is. Caitlin, I think is her name as well. And then I'm giving you Dalabama. Like, this is stuff for the left. You guys should be happy. Why you come in here and just insult me right away? Just be like, hey guys, what's going on? What's up today? Trinity, welcome back, sis. You know, unbelievable. Damn if I do, damn if I don't. I come in here bearing gifts to the libtards, and they don't even say hello. They just jump right into the insult. Let's see. Jem says, the police with guard help remove 1,700 to 1,800 violent criminals in D.C. That is a lot. 17 to 1,800. Wow. Thank you, Jen. Well done. Well done. Omar says, make California great again. Oh, man. You know, California used to be great. Well, I'm trying to go back as far back as I can. No. Nope. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know, guys. I think I'm going to have to take my own little pet peeve of, you know, America has never been perfect, but it has been great. And I think I can say the same thing about, you know, California. All right, let's jump into it. Enough of saying hello to you guys. I hope you guys like my introductory music. I am actually going to steal a lot of music from YouTube since it's allowed to use without demonetization. Let's take a look and listen to how this interview went with with Chuck Schumer's government shutdown. Here we go, guys. Pay attention. Let's see if we learn something today. Sorry, Trinity. We have to go through this. It is for the better will of mankind.
And yes, you're right that the Republicans just cut $186 billion from SNAP in the one big beautiful bill. We've talked about that at length with the Republicans on this show. But I wonder, does that comfort the 42 million people, though, who are about to go without?
Oh, wait a minute. I see somebody. Berniel, good afternoon, my friend. How are you? You know what? I was just about to text you, actually, before I went on live, and then I forgot. But saludos, my friend. We're going to listen to the other side of the coin here, and we're going to listen to Dalabama talk about what's going on with this Republicans government shutdown. Let's go. Dalabama Jeffries, that's right. Oh, you like that? Oh, you noticed. Yeah, but you know, I'm a little disappointed. You see this? There is a lot of real estate to be used right there. You know what I'm saying? And that was even removing the THE off of it. I'm not happy with it. I'm gonna have to complain. I'm gonna have to remake it. But here we go. We are gonna listen to Dalabama. Brian, just in time so you can listen to your favorite congressman. Here we go.
SNAP starting in November, who are being denied those benefits while you're fighting for these Obamacare subsidies. The question is, you know, which pain point, you know, is the worst, I guess?
Well, none of this pain that Republicans have inflicted on the American people is acceptable. It's also important to note that the money currently exists within the Trump administration, including $5 billion in a contingency fund specifically for this kind of circumstance to continue providing SNAP benefits to the American people, including 16 million children who might otherwise go hungry if Donald Trump successfully withholds these SNAP benefits.
Better.
The Trump administration doesn't need Congress to act in order to continue providing nutritional and food assistance to everyday Americans. They're trying to weaponize this issue and cause people to go hungry in the most callous.
Oh, wait a minute. Berniel. Oh, man, you got to send me a picture, please. Send me a picture so I can see it, my man. Send me a picture, bruh. Come on. New hat kicks ass. Thank you, Brian. Man, you guys noticed. I didn't think you were going to notice. Ah, man. I love you. You know what? I think I'm getting too attached. I'm getting too attached to seeing you guys in here. I don't know if that's good for my health. I'm going to tell you something, guys. When I have 1 million subscribers and I become very famous, because, you know, the goal of this channel is for me to be famous. No, it's not. I am never, ever going to forget any of you guys that have come to my channel And even from my startup, when I first got my 50 people to be able to go live, Trinity has been there for me from the beginning, and Omar, Berniel has been almost there from the beginning. Cool Cat Renee always been the best advertiser on here, always telling people to subscribe to the Dennis Herrera Show. Berniel, I don't like you no more, bro. I hate surprises. You should have never told me. I mean, I've been wondering, I've been anxious to hear about this, and then you tell me and you don't want to show me the picture? What kind of bull crap is this? What of it says Senate passes Bill 51 to 47 to nullify Trump's tariffs? Yeah. By now, to be honest, let's hope that these people don't ruin our deal-making capabilities throughout the world. But let's go ahead and listen to Dalabama. Let's continue, guys. Here we go.
And cruel manner possible.
Yeah, but on that front, as you know, what basically they have in their contingency funds is about $5 to $6 billion. It costs about $9 billion for SNAP benefits. So what happens if they do dip into that? I mean, that's still not enough to cover all the benefits.
Well, there's certainly other funding that they have the ability to move around, as we've seen them do throughout the entirety of Donald Trump's presidency. And by the way, this is the same group of people who somehow found $40 billion in order to bail out their right-wing wannabe dictator friend in Argentina, but they can't find a dime in order to make sure that more than 42 million Americans, including more than 1 million veterans and 8 million seniors, don't go hungry because of their callousness. Of course they can find that funding. They are unwilling to, because they want to weaponize hunger as part of their continuing effort to hurt the American people.
Leader Thun's argument today was if Democrats want to fund SNAP, they've had 13 opportunities to do so by just funding the government. That would keep SNAP funded. For Democrats, is there a point, though, where the pain of the shutdown outweighs the fight for the extended Obamacare subsidies? And
Hold on. Welcome, our dear vet for democracy. Your positivity is well noticed. Thank you very much.
Your view?
Well, we're going to continue to fight on all of the things, and we've said from the very beginning that we want to find a bipartisan path forward to enacting a spending agreement that actually meets the needs of the American people. And we set out 3 criteria: their health, public safety, and their economic well-being, particularly as it relates to driving down the high cost of living in an environment where Donald Trump promised to lower costs on day one. Costs haven't gone down in America. Costs have gone up. Inflation moving in the wrong direction. Trump tariffs creating thousands of dollars in additional expense on everyday Americans, electricity bills through the roof, housing costs out of control, child care costs out of control, and now they want to create this health care crisis because of their refusal to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits. So we're fighting on all of the things, but anchored in a premise that we have to make life better for working class Americans, everyday Americans, and middle class Americans.
Yeah, it's just...
Guys, I want to say something. I know maybe a lot of you guys don't like Obama, but I'm going to tell you, we're kind of calling him names of this like fake Obama and all this other stuff. But I mean, to compare this clown to Obama, I don't know. I don't know, man. I just don't think. I think we're really insulting Obama with that. Yeah, I don't know. That's just me. Vet for democracy. He says, I'm not a nice person. We can tell. Thank you for for clarifying that for us. Yeah.
Obviously going to be really tough for those millions of people who rely on SNAP and are about to not get it. You said today that there are 0 cracks when it comes to your group, to the Democratic side. I want you to listen, though, to what your colleague from New Jersey had to say.
I think what's a very fair deal and is open the government and let's just vote on extending these premiums for a year or more. Well, I don't understand what's so hard about that. And by the way, Senator Thune has offered that, I believe. He said we'll have he offered up a vote that we can actually have a vote on extending these premiums.
Obviously, Josh Gottheimer is a Democrat. What's your reaction to his argument there?
Yeah, well, I speak to Josh 5 or 6 times a week. And, you know, we all are in this fight to make sure that we protect the health care of everyday Americans. And of course, that includes, but is not limited to, dealing with extending the Affordable Care Act tax credits. These Republicans can't necessarily be trusted by simply offering a wing and a prayer. Understand, this is the same group of people who have tried to repeal the Affordable Care Act more than 70 different times over the last 15 years. They have zero health care plan that is credible. Don't take my word for it. That's what Marjorie Taylor Greene has made clear. She can't find the health care plan. None of us can, because it's non-existent. And so we just want to make sure, on behalf of the American people, that there's a credible path toward addressing the Republican health care crisis.
Yeah, Congresswoman AOC told me that she believes that she needs to see ink on paper before she would vote to reopen the government. Is that your standard as well when it comes to those subsidies and what's going to happen with them?
Well, I think we just need a credible path forward so that beyond...
Right, but what does a credible path forward look like? I think.
Well, a credible path forward to me means something legislative, and we've made that point from the very beginning. And we believe that it exists because there are Republicans, both traditional conservative Republicans who are in swing districts, who are pleading with Mike Johnson to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits, and then some people on the right, like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who also recognizes that premiums, copays, and deductibles, absent congressional action, are about to skyrocket for her constituents and people all across rural America, urban America, small town America, the heartland of America, and of course black and brown neighborhoods and communities throughout America, in some cases by $1,000 or $2,000 per month. This is all unsustainable, and it's why it requires dramatic, decisive action.
Before you were the House Minority Leader, there was a government shutdown back in 2013. It was Republicans who would not vote to fund the government at that time. I want to listen to something you had to say then.
We're in the midst of a government shutdown right now that is unnecessarily forcing pain on the American people. It's a shutdown that was manufactured by the House GOP that has resulted in a situation where Americans all across this country have now been put in jeopardy. That's a tragedy of epic proportions.
I wonder what Hakeem Jeffries of today would say to the Hakeem Jeffries of 2013 who had that message in terms of wanting to pass a clean CR so Congress could get back to work.
Well, the Hakeem Jeffries of today definitively agrees with the Hakeem Jeffries of yesterday from the standpoint of, listen, we've said to Republicans, get to the negotiating table. We want to find a bipartisan path forward. We want to reopen the government. We are standing by hardworking federal employees, but we need a partner in that effort. But we don't have a partner. Literally, Donald Trump, over the last 29 days, has spent more time talking to Hamas and to the Chinese Communist Party than to Democrats on Capitol Hill who represent half the country. And that's extraordinary in and of itself. And we've said we will pass a spending bill that's bipartisan.
Thanks, man.
That makes life better for the American people. What we will not do is support continued Republican efforts to rip health care away from everyday Americans.
You were asked today if you will defer your paycheck during the shutdown. Obviously, a lot of federal workers, TSA agents are going without paychecks. Have you made a decision on that yet, sir?
I'll be commenting on that shortly, but I understand the sacrifice that people are making, including Capitol Police officers here. And
the sacrifice people are making, not him or the Congress, but the sacrifice that other people are making.
I'm going to conduct myself accordingly, given that sacrifice.
So that sounds like a yes, that you will defer your paycheck.
Well, I have more to say about that shortly, but I think consistent with the values that I just articulated.
Thank you, Dalabama. We appreciate it. Well, thank you so much for your input. Got a little bit useless, to be honest, but don't worry, guys. I got something else that will hopefully make you smile. All right, you like that right there? The little bit of Arnold Schwarzenegger right there. Yeah. All right, let me see if I can move it more in the middle there for you guys. There you go. Now, You know, you all know that I have some beef with Arnold Schwarzenegger since remember the COVID-19 when he told us to hell with our rights and that we should get the vaccine. Well, I don't really much like that idea of what he said, but you know, in all honesty, trying to be fair, in all fairness, as they say, he was fear mongered into that. You know, he saw a lot of people. You know, we heard of a lot of people dying, etc. And you know, I think that was a lot of government malfunctioning, doing the you know their stupid thing. But nonetheless, I forgive him. And well, he has an opinion about this gerrymandering. I know that this is a couple of days old news in here, but I feel that we should touch up on it. Let me give you guys a little bit more of attention here. What do we got here? Vet for Democracy. Vet for Democracy is a very angry man who is not a nice man, but salud, my angry vet. We still love you, brother, and we thank you for the sacrifice and your service. I really mean that. Whatever reason you're thinking that that we're on the wrong side of history, as you guys like to say, we don't like to say we're on the wrong side of history. We like to say that we are on the right side of the present and the future. History is what we use to learn from our mistakes. You know, the present is what we use to have hope for the future, and so that's where I'm at with that. Paul Warner, my brother, how are you, man? Welcome, welcome. Open the government, negotiate, Jeffrey. Common sense. Well, that's the problem right there. They don't have common sense, brother. Let's see. I am dumb says hello. Is that the Rock picture? It looks like the Rock there from a distance. Healthcare says peacing. Tender Heart says this is so sad. It is heartbreaking, ain't it? Don't worry, we're gonna listen to Arnold Schwarzenegger next. And well, you know what? This guy made a lot of money on a book. I don't know how much money he made, to be honest. He's probably still made a lot of money covering Joe Biden's decline and then lying to us on the news about how great Joe Biden was doing. Thank you, Tanya. Talking to Hamas. What? Let's see. Okay, the vet said, I went back and forth to Iraq and Afghanistan for 20 years. So tell me what sacrifice you have made. Well, we had to put up with your anger now. You know. I think, I don't know, being a little time in the desert, you know, that's part of the sacrifice, I guess. You come back with some mental problems. Not everybody, but some people do. And we respect that. We understand. Don't worry about that. Let's see. Dirty money. So what? So was my stepdad, and he never whines either. Mad respect. Let's see. Who said that? Dirty money said at vet, and I don't use it as a crutch. Oh man, that's some real patriots in the house, man. Trump just had his COVID booster, says Jacobson. Yeah, sure, why not? You know, we're not gonna demonize people for doing that or not. That's the point. Was that it should always be a choice, not forced on you. I took the shot and I took those 3 extra booster crap. I feel like shit, but that's just me. You know, I'm not saying that that's what caused me to feel the way that I feel, but here we are. The immune system is a lot weaker than what it used to be. And I would just say, you know, because of the no sleeping, etc. But that's me. Let me see what we have here. Excuse me. Oh, that's right. Before I show you this, I have to go get an email real quick because I have to show you guys something here. Where art thou? Where art thou, my Gmail? Let's minimize that for now. Okay, we want this here. Okay. I want to show you a picture that my brother just sent me about the hat that he has ordered for me, which of course I appreciate. Very, very touching. Let's see if I can put this on here. See what you guys think about this. I know Cool Cat Renee is going to get excited about this right here that I'm about to show you. There we go. So this is the hat. Now, a little disclaimer here. This is going to be changed up later, sometime in the future. We'll see how we continue to do this. But for now, this is my first prototype Dennis Herrera show. I want to have the Dennis Herrera show on there. This other photo, it's missing an initial, but we will get that better. I think, you know what? I think I'm going to start making some merch. Now, for some of you guys that have actually become members of my channel, right? Obviously, super chats help. Obviously, you can up the membership, to my channel. But I am going to make some shirts. They will be custom made. So what I would need from you guys is, if you guys want to purchase merch in the future, you have to be willing to give me your address so that I can send you a shirt, or a hat, whichever we're going to make. But I have to know, like pre-order stuff, and, I got to reorder vinyl again so that I can, heat transfer those into a shirt. And we'll see. I'll probably reach out to a company that I used to order product from, and then I'm going to have them just give me a design, and then it'll just be heat transfer onto a shirt, but it's going to be really nice picture. But here it is, guys. What do you think about the hat? Anybody? Let's see. What do we got here? Any comments on the hat? This is the Dennis Herrera Show hat. We're going all out, guys. Pretty soon we're gonna put a new logo in there. We're gonna get some shirts done. We're gonna put Dennis for Governor advertising on the shirts, and we're gonna go out and campaign with some of those at the park. I think summertime is going to be fantastic, phenomenal. We're going to have a lot of barbecues, hopefully. Depends on how much money we can raise. We are going to have some barbecues out there with a lot of people in different areas, different cities here in Washington. We'd love to have some good times up in Eastern Washington, talking to our farmers over there and some of the small business owners. You guys will be surprised how much actual support we get from the local people. Let me see. All right, with that being shown in there, this is a gift from Berniel. This is something that he's gifting me, and I appreciate it. That's my junk mail. All right, back to Alabama, and we're gonna go to Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I have to put this back in the middle, I guess. There we go. All right, here we go. Thank you, Berniel. It looks fantastic, bro. I can't wait to get it. We're going to be advertising that a little bit more. I want to say, guys, thank you so much. This month of October has been phenomenal. My special thanks, of course, go to Berniel, to Liberty for All, Cutting Edge. I think those have been the biggest donors on my channel. And you guys have given me a great October. We hope that, every month we continue to grow in numbers, and, that we continue to bring out the truth and information out to people. That's something that we're not going to give up on. I believe that there is still a lot of patriots out there that really believe that this country of America is great. And as such, we are fighting to protect it. Now, there is a lot of warriors out there, and the reason why we give thanks to our vets is because they are the war machines. They are the ones that do the things that we cannot do. And I would think that any veteran that is angry, the angry vet, I would think that every veteran that is angry should also realize that we are the party, or we are the people in this channel, in this Dennis Herrera show channel. We are the only people that truly love and appreciate all the hard work, the sacrifice, the heroism that you guys, the veterans and the current servicemen that we have fighting to protect us. We admire you, we respect you, and we love you. And we will take some insults from you because we understand how it is sometimes, okay? Believe me, I am a crazy guy when I have to be crazy. And, it's not something that you can control sometimes. It's, the mind is a very fragile thing. And, man, especially after a couple of decades in service, I can understand that. There's a reason why they retire military people very quick sometimes, okay? It's all about health conditions and, mental stability. So, all right, let's go ahead and listen to our favorite ex-governor of California. Let's see what's going on here. What's going on?
Schedule. A CBS poll this week found that 62% of likely California voters support this ballot measure that you oppose. Why do you think you're right and they're wrong? And what more are you going to do between now and Election Day to try to stop this from passing?
Well, I'm not really the spokesperson for, the anti-Proposition 50. I just want to defend the kind of work that I have done because we worked so hard to get the independent redistricting commission in California. California was under leadership on that issue. Then we went around the country, promoted it around the country, and actually convinced, 30-some% of districts to go and have an independent commission. And now all of a sudden, they're undoing all of that. There's this war going on all over the United States. Who can out-cheat the other one? Texas started it. They did something terribly wrong. And then all of a sudden California says, well, then we have to do something terribly wrong. And then now other states are jumping in. And now this is spreading like wildfire all over the country. And it saddens me to see that we're going in the opposite direction rather than having an independent commission draw the district lines. And so, Jake, I have to tell you that, when you think about this trying to out-cheat each other rather than outperform each other, it's all between Democrats and Republicans. And the ones that are getting left behind are the people. Yep. And when I think about this cheating that's going on, I say to myself, wait a minute, yesterday I saw on television basketball players getting arrested, coaches, famous coaches getting arrested, mafia getting arrested because they're cheating with the card games and with gambling and with all of those kind of things. So they're getting arrested, and here they're cheating, and they're having a war on cheating here in America with this gerrymandering. So it's really sad.
Democratic Governor Newsom was asked this week about your efforts to lobby against the measure. I want you to take a listen to what he said and then respond on the other side.
He's wrong. What we're doing is temporary, it's completely transparent, and it's democratic. This is a revolution that's going on in real time in our country. We need to wake up. Prop 50 is foundational if we're going to save this republic. So I would say to those that are opposed to it, wake up to these new realities. Spare me the moral high ground.
So I know you know this, sir, but this is a prevalent view among Democratic voters and Democratic officials. They think Republicans are blowing up all norms and standards for behavior, and they feel, therefore, they have to take extraordinary action in response. Are their concerns invalid, do you think?
Well, first of all, let me just say that it's important. This is not Governor Newsom against me or me against Governor Newsom. We are friends and we get along, and he came to me and told me about this situation. And we have been working on this without attacking each other and all of that. So that's number one. Number two, I think when they say this is temporary, there is no such thing. I mean, the longest programs are government programs that are temporary. Okay, just remember that if it is a tax program or if it is the redistricting program, Anything that is temporary with government is permanent. So they, in the year 2032, when the independent redistricting commission is supposed to come back, they're going to say, wait a minute, there's still gerrymandering going on in Texas. There's still gerrymandering going on in Ohio. There's still gerrymandering going on in Florida. We have to continue with the gerrymandering. This is what's going to happen. They will find an excuse. So therefore, I don't think it is temporary. So that's total fantasy. So the second thing is that you cannot cheat your way out of it. What they should do is, what the Democrats should do is they should outperform Trump. To me, it's all about competition creates performance. And so what they do is with the redistricting commission is that they're going to go and try to draw the district lines in such a way that they get voted in no matter if they work well or not for the American people. So the American people get cheated on this whole thing. That is really the problem here. To me, I understand that the Democrats and Republicans have to fight about this, but the ones that are not really getting anything out of this is the people of America. I think that if you want to really fight for democracy, why would you go and destroy the Constitution in California, tear it up, and go redo it, do the whole thing? So to me, it just doesn't make any sense at all, the whole thing.
As you acknowledged, this all started because of redistricting in Texas, and this was Trump pushing Republican-controlled states to throw out their current congressional maps so as to cook the books, so that it is less likely for Democrats to retake control of the House during the next year midterms. I mean, is it fair to argue that do you believe that the Republican Party is starting this?
No, Jake. There has been gerrymandering going on for 200 years. There is such extreme gerrymandering going on that in a state like Massachusetts, that has like 40% of the people voting for Trump, they have 0 representatives. The Republican Party has 0 representatives sent to the House. Think about that. In New Mexico, if 45% of the people voted for Trump and voted Republican, and 0 is sent to the House, 0 representatives from the Republican Party. So there's gerrymandering, crazy gerrymandering going on all over the country, and we wanted to try to stop it in California, and we did stop it in California, and we went around the country. So I think this whole thing about finger pointing and say they did it, so therefore we should doing it, that's not really the way to go. The one party should outperform the other party. It should be performance. And when it comes to midterm elections, as you know, always the party that is not in the White House usually wins by 20, 25, 30 seats. So what does 5 seats matter in the first place in Texas? It is crazy. They should outperform them. That is where the action is.
Let's talk about another issue you care passionately about. You met with Pope Leo earlier this month to discuss your efforts to combat the climate crisis. It's a top priority, but realistically, I wonder, what do you tell people who believe that climate change is an existential threat? What should they do when the President of the United States falsely claims it's a hoax, actively works to undermine climate initiatives, not just by the Biden administration, but climate initiatives by your beloved state of California? What do you tell activists to do?
Well, first of all, I was very excited that the Catholic Church is really, that enthusiastic about becoming involved in the fight against pollution, terminating pollution. So this was number one. I was very excited to be there at the Vatican, to give the speech there, to work with the Pope together, and to work with the Vatican together on this issue. Number two, my message has always been, don't go and focus on what the federal government is doing, or what the president is doing, or what the prime minister is doing. I said each community in each state has its own powers. When I was governor, we did the most extraordinary work here in California. Democrats and Republicans alike worked together. We passed the most, tough environmental laws in the country. And we proved that you can have tough environmental laws, but at the same time have also the economy grow. Look at California now. It's the #1 economy in the country, and we have the toughest environmental laws. So you can do that. It was done on a local and on a statewide level, not on the federal level. As a matter of fact, the Bush administration hated all of our ideas that we did here, and we even fought in court and went all the way to the Supreme Court, and we won against the federal government because they wanted to stop us from regulating our own air. So what my message is let's not focus on what Trump says. Let's not focus on what the federal government says. Let's focus on what can we do. What can each individual do? I mean, this is where the action is. People power, not government power. People power. The greatest things in the world were accomplished with people power. If it's the civil rights movement, if it is the anti-apartheid movement, if it is the suffrage movement, the independence movement in India, the list goes on and on and on. It's people power. And I want to encourage people, and I want to pump them up, and I want to say, you do the work rather than waiting for, what does Trump say today? Oh my God, Trump is saying this, and he thinks it's a hoax. No, that's not where the action is. The action is, what do you do?
One last question for you, sir. In just the last few...
Hold on, buddy. Hold on. Berniel, thanks for the super chat, my friend. Let me see what you're saying here. Let's see. Activists should ask themselves, where was the climate police for the first ice age to protect the earth? I'm waiting. Exactly a bunch of nonsense. Now, let me add to this, and, you know, just whatever you guys want to think. But number one, we are not God. We're never going to be able to stop Mother Nature. You can say whatever you want. We're not going to stop it. There's nothing we can do to stop it. Okay? Nothing. Everything that we do is very minimal to if anything is going to happen. So let's get that out of the way. Berniel, that's a big super chat, bro. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. You're always delivering, man. And I appreciate that. For some of you leftist people out there that think that I'm begging for $1, I'm not. You know, I don't have a lots of sponsors or anything like that, but who knows? Maybe eventually we will get an official sponsor in this channel so that we can really be more free and that we can actually use a different version than just the vertical feed, which I enjoy, but I'd rather give you the full screen on the video on the computer in case you're on a computer or a tablet. Arnold Schwarzenegger is actually making a lot of sense still. I think he has aged very well. He's kept himself, active, and it's something that we should all actually look into ourselves. But again, we are not God, and we're not going to be able to stop, global warming or anything like that, whatever you guys want to call it now. I think they changed the name because it's not true anymore. But we do have to do our part when it comes to, keeping our oceans clean, our rivers, our lakes, the landfills, etc. We need to make sure that all that stuff is taken care of. Absolutely. Okay, now let's see. Let me refresh this because I don't like the way that looks there. And I'm going to play something for Berniel here. This is the introduction music that I had before starting this. And Berniel, this is for the super chat for all of you haters out there that are still living in your mama's basement. Enjoy.
Logical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go. Make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up,
like that.
no I don't take shit.
That's the music list from the YouTube, so I know that is legit. Man, isn't that great? I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and download this so that I can play that from now on. So there is our Arnold Schwarzenegger. Let's go ahead and finish up this video.
Weeks we've seen a Democratic Senate candidate apologize for having
I love it, Paul.
a tattoo that he claims he wasn't aware had Nazi ties, but It's the Totenkopf from the SS, the skull and crossbones. And then there's, that's on the left. And then on the right, a top White House aide still working for the administration had his nomination withdrawn after he wrote in a text chain that he had a Nazi streak. The Politico reported on messages from young Republicans joking.
Hey, I wouldn't worry about it. The Democratic Party's still here, and they are the racist party, so it's not a big deal, guys. Just saying. That's what history tells us.
About sending people to gas chambers, praising Hitler. The reason I bring this up is because you have spoken so movingly in the past about your father's membership in the Nazi Party, denouncing it. What is your message to anybody in politics today embracing or praising Nazis or Hitler in any way?
Well, I don't know anything. I don't know the details about this one individual that says that he had this tattoo put on by mistake, or he was drunk or something like that, and now he wants to erase it, he wants to cover it. I don't know enough about this case that to really comment on it, but I can just tell you one thing. Anyone that idolizes Nazis, it's bad news. Because we have been there before and we have seen the outcome. There are no winners. Okay, it's that simple. And I think that's not the direction we want to go. What we want to do is, we want to make sure that both of the parties, doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican, get together and start figuring out what is best for the people of America. Because while they're fighting over here about anti-Prop 50 and for Prop 50 and gerrymandering and not gerrymandering and all this stuff, they're trying to put the spotlight away from the actual issues. Because the actual issues is the debt problem. We have a $37 trillion debt, and no one is addressing it. We have a healthcare crisis in America. We have an immigration reform that we need in America. I mean, those are the kind of issues we have to make it more affordable. All of those kind of issues, they're avoiding it. In California, it's the same thing. The more they talk about Prop 50, the more they take the spotlight away, that we have more homeless in California than any other state. As a matter of fact, we have 1/4 of all the homeless in America right here with 178,000 homeless. And the number goes up and up and up. They don't want to focus on that. You see what I'm saying? They don't want to focus there about the affordability. The affordability is so bad here that people have to move out of Los Angeles. They can't afford living here anymore because it takes $3,500 to rent an apartment here. And you cannot even afford a house or anything like this. That's why we have so many homeless, because they're in the homes, they don't have the permitting process in place. So those are the kind of issues they should address. Or that we have the highest energy prices in California, the highest gasoline prices in California. All of those kind of things need to be addressed. They don't want to talk about that. They want to go and focus on Prop 50. And it may win Prop 50. I think the people that are falling short are the people themselves, and not the politicians. The politicians are going to celebrate because they finally won something, and then they're going to go and do it in another state, in another state, in another state, and it hurts the people.
Yep.
I am a guy that is not on the right and not on the left when it comes to that. I'm not a political hack. I'm a person that looks at what is reality here.
Yep.
And how do we make this country better? And this is not, through gerrymandering, is not the way we make this country better. We make it better by the parties outperforming each other. That's how we make them better.
That's right. Man, what a way to end the video right there. That is exactly what I want. Don't come over here being an obstacle. But firstly, before we get into that, let me I think somebody say I contradicted myself with this whole global warming bull crap that I don't believe. Let's be clear here. Taking care of our oceans, our rivers, our lakes, our landfills, that is for nature. That is for all of us to benefit from cleanliness. Healthy stuff on the ground. That's not going to change the climate change that we have in this earth. We're not going to change that. There's no way we can stop that. Okay, so I hope that's what you meant by me contradicting myself. There's a lot of things that we can do in this earth to keep our environment cleaner, make it better, but let's be clear. We are not God, and we're not going to stop that. Second, I want to say everything that Arnold Schwarzenegger just said right there, that is exactly what I want. When Democrats come in here and they come and start calling us names, to start hating us for the things that we wear, etc. And they just want to be hateful and throw cuss words at us and insults and just anger right at us. That's the thing that's not helping anybody. Tell me, President Donald Trump put some tariffs on so that we can have people come to the table and negotiate. What have you done to bring those leaders from the outside to negotiate, to help us get a better trading deal? See, Democrats have been in power for so long. Why haven't they done it? Why haven't they fixed it? President Donald Trump comes in here and be like, hey, wait a minute. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna do this right here. I'm going to put some tariffs on because I want to outperform the lacking that we're getting from the Democrats. And Democrats, bigot, Nazi, whatever. You guys come out here and use names and start insulting people, etc. Instead of, wait a minute, damn, man, this guy, he's actually gonna get somebody to negotiate. What can we do better for this country that we can, make him look like he didn't do anything, right? Competition. How about Democrats who are not in the White House right now? How about they go out there and meet with the people and actually care about American citizens instead of all this illegal immigration crap? How about you guys stop, being cat lovers as a grown-ass man, and instead of addressing the government shutdown, you're over there doing selfies with your pussycat? As a grown man, as a governor of a state, doing selfies with a kitty cat. Why don't you go do something to get the American people from your state some assistance, some help? Outperform President Trump. I know they can't. They can't. The weak cannot outperform the strong. That's a fact. I get it. But you know what? Like Angry Vet that comes in here and he gets mad at us, right? Angry Vet comes in here, gets mad at us, and say, 22 decades, I was fighting in the desert, and I was getting muddy and the heat, and I was fighting, and I'm a warrior. Yeah, okay, all right. We get it. We know that. But since we can't do that, we gotta, rationalize what's going on here. We gotta break it down, okay? And I'm gonna say this. Time changes life. When life changes, situations will change in your life. For you, and this is, I know most patrons are okay with this. Hey, Ronald, welcome back. I see you. Me, I'm a Hispanic. Now, I can look very Mexican sometimes, okay? There has been a massive illegal migration, aka invasion, done in this country. Wayne, instead of bitching like a little girl right now, you should stop biting into this whole race card. If you look like a Mexican and you talk like a Mexican, you might just be illegal. In other times, we wouldn't even think about it. But because of this massive invasion that we had of illegal immigrants, it will be fair to say that any American citizen will be more than willing to cooperate with ICE and says, yeah, hey, no, I'm an American citizen. No, I'm a green card holder. No, I am here legally. Thank you for your service. I understand a lot of people are fearful of some things. But I think because of the way that this whole migration has been destroyed right now, you should not be walking around over there. Oh, you pulled me over because I'm brown? Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Why not? You guys call eyes on me all the time because of my accent. What the hell is that about? Huh? You call eyes on me all the time. I say, go ahead. Welcome. That is exactly what I want. I need to go out there and meet some ICE agents, man. I'm going to take some selfies with them. I am going to tell them, thank you for your service. Did somebody just, I know you guys didn't block Wayne, did you? Don't block Wayne. Let him talk shit. Yeah, don't unblock anybody. You can put people on timeout, guys, but don't block anybody. Because Wayne has called in a few times. We had a couple of conversations, and he disagrees with a lot of the stuff that we say, but we don't want to be blocking people. What you want to do is just to moderate. What I want you guys to do is I want you guys to put people on timeout for times at a time, but don't block people, okay? Let me see if anybody has blocked them. Okay, nobody's blocked Dwayne. I think he just left. Okay, good. Thanks to Trinity, I had to go find out where the hell I look at my block list. I still have Ozzy, Trinity, Ronald, Heath, and Berniel as mods. So do me that favor, okay? Just don't block people. Just put them in timeout if they're being hateful with their words, etc. Let me see what you got here. Yeah, no, he's not in there. I don't see him on the block list. Let me see. At least he doesn't show up yet, but he's not on there. He's probably just in timeout. I didn't see the message. So if Wayne is still watching, I want you to know that it wasn't me. Okay, Heath, man, stop being so rough on people, man. Put them in timeout, but don't block people, okay? Because I still want to be able to hear them. I think that if they get out of line, okay, there's a little punishment there, but don't block people, okay? Let's see, what do we got? A couple of comments from you guys, since you guys disrupted my train of thought. Welcome, Rich. Kevin says, that's why I love Dennis. Free speech, Wayne, has a little pew-pew. Man. No, man. Wayne disagrees with me. He doesn't like my explanations, but, there's going to be time. I'm telling you, 100% of the time, I'm thinking in Spanish, and every single word that I say in English is automatically translated. It's not a direct English thought that I have. It's crazy how that works. I don't know how to explain it, but it works. So a lot of times I have a hard time translating, especially written documents, because I'm triple translating just to be able to say what I want to say. It's very difficult, guys. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, we don't want to we don't want to be blocking people, guys. Want to give them a chance. Is that? Let me see. Somebody calling us. Grand Rapids. Let's see who's calling. Thank you for calling. It's Wayne. Hey, hi, Wayne. What happened, brother? Tell me.
I don't know. Your moderators blocked me for whatever reason.
No, you're not in the. You're not in my block list.
I haven't said anything that's been disrespectful. I've just been making facts and points.
Yeah, I see it.
They don't like it.
No. Well, and did you hear were you able to watch it? Did you hear me what I said?
Yes, I was watching.
Yeah.
And I respect you saying, don't do that, don't block him, whatever, don't put him in timeout.
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't called anybody names. I've just been using facts.
Yeah.
And figures, and your guys in the chat are like, your moderators just decided to block me for whatever reason because they don't like it.
Yeah, I checked for the block list, but I didn't see you on there.
If people don't like facts, I can't help that. Facts don't care about people's feelings.
Oh, I see.
They're hurt.
Okay, so
Their
got
feelings are hurt. All I said was like Biden got the most votes in presidential history, and Heath is like, no, he didn't, and I'm like, those are facts, sir.
Well, I mean, we think that he cheated on that election, but that's why it's not a fact to us.
You can't say, but Dennis, you can't even say that.
Why not?
How did he cheat?
We have a lot of proof from South America, Venezuela. We had the same proof that other systems are used.
So let me ask you a question. If I turn around and say, well, Trump cheated in 2024, are you okay with that?
Prove it. We have massive.
You guys haven't.
We have massive ballots and trucks, full trucks of massive ballots that did not get counted. We have live feed of Democrats telling everybody to leave the room at the building where they're counting ballots, and all of a sudden 3 people come in, and by the time that this emergency is up, Biden is up when he was losing. See, those are kind of the shady stuff that we don't agree with.
Dennis, that's called counting votes, sir.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. But that's what I'm saying. We were able to see that to where Democrats have nothing. Listen, Democrats have nothing to say.
You didn't like it because you saying you didn't like it because it didn't turn out in your favor. That's okay, but that's called counting votes.
Did you just hear what I just said? Did you hear what I said about Biden's?
I did.
Okay, so what is that?
Cheating. You can't say it's cheating when it's just simply counting votes.
No, no. Wayne, wake up, bro. Wake up. Listen, there are rules.
It's not about waking up, sir.
Wayne, there are rules when people are counting votes. There are rules for a reason. Everybody was kicked out of the building. And at the same time, the building was not open. A few people came back in. Listen, I'm not done. A few people came back in. They counted votes. Now, nobody's supervising. Not everybody is there. Okay? Then they open the building and say, okay, the problem is solved. Everybody come in. All of a sudden, now Biden's winning.
Are you talking about Georgia?
I'm talking about everywhere that this happened. It wasn't just one location.
No, it didn't happen everywhere.
It happened here in Washington. You know what happened over here in Washington?
He wasn't going to win in Washington. He was not winning Washington.
It doesn't. Whoa, hey, listen, let me tell you something right now. Here in Washington State, do you live in Washington State? Wayne, do you live in Washington State?
But was he up in Washington State?
I live here in Washington State, and let me tell you,
believe he was going to win Washington State?
President Trump was winning. He was winning. He was winning. Bro, I live here. Dude, this is why people get pissed off at you. They're explaining to you what their experience is, and you just want to say they're lying. I'm telling you the truth here. President Trump was winning. The power went out, my friend. How convenient. President Trump is winning. The power goes out. All of a sudden now, Biden is winning. You think I'm going to fucking bite that? Man, I can't believe I just dropped the F-bomb.
No. May I ask a question? Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Do you know what's the problem in this country right now?
Yes, cheaters. And people that offend them.
We can't even agree on facts. We can't even agree on simple facts.
Yeah.
What is true and what is not true?
Okay, so give me your truth. Tell me how we proved that Trump cheated and how Biden didn't.
Not my truth, but the truth of the reality.
See, that's why Heath put you in timeout.
Because
you're talking nonsense. That's not facts. What you call facts is lies. No, you're lying right now. You're going to tell me that what I experienced is a lie. Like, you know better than me? You experienced what I experienced? You saw what I saw? This is why you got put in timeout, man. I don't blame Heath for that.
What I'm telling you is that when you look at the reality, the fact that at the end of the day, the results from each of the states, as certified by the states, even in red states like Georgia, they said Biden won the election.
Okay.
In red states.
All right.
Right. So if you can't even say that is fact, in red states, in Arizona, where they had a Republican governor who had to tell Trump, "You lost."
Yeah, because they're stupid. Because they're stupid.
No, hold on, Dennis. Hold on. These are the facts.
I'll show you some facts. But then you guys wanna come on YouTube and say, "Oh, those are not facts. That didn't happen. That's a lie. It was and this and this." But if I come on and say, "Well, Trump didn't win 24," that's a lie. I think there was election fraud over here. All right.
You guys say, "Well, that's not true."
I want you to stay quiet.
I mean,
and I'm going to read something. I'm going to have you to stay quiet and listen why we have a problem with elections. This is Washington State. Now, I don't know if you can read that up there. This is Washington State. Let me tell you something. No, hold on. Okay, I'll just tell everybody else, and then just listen with them, okay? But I can't argue on the phone. Okay, so let's make sure that everybody knows what this is all about, okay? Now, I had to hang up on Wayne because I'm not going to sit here and argue just with him. But I want you to read that and see, when I tell you, if I tell you that Biden cheated on the election, The first thing I mentioned was there was a truck full of ballots. No big deal. They didn't get counted. That's okay. Yeah, forget about it. Let me tell you why it is a big deal. When somebody that doesn't campaign at all, is brainless, hates on everybody, black people, Hispanics, you ain't black if you don't vote for me. When they win by more votes than Obama did, millions and millions of votes more than Obama, and I hear that there was a truck full of ballots that were not counting. There could have been millions of votes in that ballot. Now, could they have been for Biden? Probably. But the problem that you don't see is that when you finish counting all those votes, it will prove that too many people voted. And what do when you have proof that too many people voted? Then you go do a recount. They didn't do a recount. They didn't want to do that. How are you going to do that with the digital software that you can manipulate? It's not flawless. It is faulty. I gave you an example of a building, whether it's in Georgia, New York, whatever the hell this building is. Why they tell everybody to leave? And just a few handpicked people come in and start grabbing boxes from underneath the desk and starts counting ballots. How is it they are allowed in there? It is illegal. I saw this video in court. The court didn't say shit about it. I'm like, sir, judge, your honor, the video's right there. We're watching it with you. We see it. Nobody came and questioned the election. Okay, let's say I'm wrong. Okay. We caught people stealing ballots that were sent in mail-in ballots. Some of them actually got caught and went to jail. Hundreds of votes. I get it. Dead people voted on that election. Tell me that you're not stupid enough to believe that Joe Biden, not campaigning, insulting blacks, Hispanics, and Americans, he got the votes from Americans? The guy that has a career known to be a racist, hateful, a cheater. He steals slogans from other powerful leaders around the world. He doesn't have nothing that is original except for his hate. I bring you facts. At least I give you some idea. And I say, okay, but if you're going to make a claim that Trump cheated, show me. How? What did you see? Did you see a couple of trucks of ballots full of votes that didn't get counted? Did you see the power going out in your state and all of a sudden, bam, Trump is winning? That's the problem. This is what I cannot keep you on the line. This is why Heath blocked you. You're not allowed to comment for 24 hours now because you don't want to listen. How can you talk when somebody's talking and then pretend that you're listening? You're hearing, but you're not listening. See, that's why you're in trouble. Now, monkey juice, that's crazy. I get it. Right? But I even pull up a document just for you. This is why I don't trust elections. This is why I question them. I would block Wayne and stop wasting my... Yep, no, Heath. I'm not mad at you for that. Good job. Good job. Thank you for the super chat, brother. God bless you. Washington State, and I've read this before in this live. Washington State. I'm over here looking at the wrong camera. Areas the public must be able to inspect and analyze to have assurance of integrity. Is voter inspection permitted in Washington? No. Court order only. In-person and supervised only. Ballot envelopes, images to verify ballots were legitimately signed. And then everything else, ID, election system software, election system data, traffic, elections admin activity logs. No. Nobody's holding them accountable. This state in Washington has been blue for so long, and I can tell you that the last couple of elections here in Washington state, we went, how the hell is that possible? The governor in Washington state has been shitting all over Washington state. They took over the precinct, for Pete's sakes. And you know what the governor said? Oh, I didn't know about it. Really? You didn't know about it, but you didn't know enough to tell President Trump not to send the National Guard to Seattle. But you didn't know? Are you kidding me? You're the governor and you didn't know the precinct was lost? Nobody gave you that emergency call and say, no, governor, oh, the precinct's been taken over. Nobody called you? Listen, I can be an angry American. You know why? Because I see the bullcrap that we have in our state. There is proof right there. I'm giving you a fact sheet of what is permitted in Washington state if we have a question about the voting system. There is no question. You don't get a right to. You don't inspect it. You can't audit it. You can't do shit with that. It is what it is what it's saying. How can you sit there and tell me that you're telling me facts? You're not telling me facts. You already made up your mind about what you believe. Now, the reason why I believe what I believe is because I have proof like this in Washington state. Please, I got news from around the world in Latin America. You know what happens every single time the election is being counted? Power goes out. Candidate A is winning. When the power comes back, whoop, candidate B just won. You got to be some kind of special stupid to think there's nothing wrong with that. How do we have one candidate winning, power goes out, everybody should stop. When the power comes back on, if it's legit, then, yeah, okay. But it happened in Venezuela. It happened in Honduras. It happened in Mexico. Most of Mexicans don't believe that the president there is legitimate as well. And what has happened? She has allowed cartels to take over in Mexico. Has a friendship with Venezuela. How convenient is that? How can you sit there and just talk shit about President Trump after everything he's doing? And we've been covering everything he's been doing. Democrats, all I got from Democrats is protest, riots, bitching, whining, complaining. Me. And they haven't done jack squat to help this economy. Nothing. Nothing. Not 1% of the help. They haven't done anything for this country. As a matter of fact, they spit on your face by telling you that illegal immigrants are worth more than you as an American citizen. Tell me that. How can I sit here and just believe the garbage that you're trying to make me believe? That paper's still there. Can you read it? Can you guys read that paper? Yeah, you can read it. Bro, you know what I'm saying? Paul knows what's up. Man, I'm giving you facts. What else do you want? I'm not just hating people because they're Democrats. That's not what I'm talking about. It has nothing to do because you're a Democrat. It has everything to do with what we're seeing. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Man, I had to go way back to go get that. You know what? I'm going to repost it before I lose it again. Let me see. I'm going to pin this one. Let's see. Can I pin this? Shit, it won't let me pin it. Oh well. I don't want to make a list. But anyways, there's a fact right there. There is a list of why I don't trust the voting here in Washington State. There is no way, hi Jesus, there is no way that 4 years of Biden was great, says Monkey. Well, that tells me everything right there, okay? All right, from now on, let Monkey say whatever he wants. We'll just ignore him. There is no brains on that little coconut that he has for a head. Do you believe Democrats are responsible for over 42 million Americans losing their SNAP benefits? 100%. 100%. You know what's crazy to me? It's, they are, we had a democracy being done to pass. Lucas, all right, hold on. Dennis, you have mind made up. You have your mind made up. I think that's what you're trying to say. But Lucas, I show you a reason why. There is a fact list of why you cannot trust the voting that happens in Washington State. What the hell do you guys show me as proof? Nothing. All you got is you lying, bitching, and whining about everything. Excuse me. Rapuni, please. This is how we know. These people are nuts. There's no other way. There's no other name. You guys are retarded. You're like too late Powell. You're like too late Jerome Powell. That's what you guys are. Too slow. You guys think fast enough. Monkey Juice, what the hell? Have you not been looking at the monitor? I just had that list up there. Did you not read it? See, that's the problem with you dumb fools out there that want to come in here and tell us that we're crazy, but you guys don't want to put the effort to read the information that you're given. Do you ever read the voting pamphlet? Do you see what's in it? Does anybody even pay attention to that? Let me see. I think I still got mine. There is this thing that they send you in the mail. You ever read this? Look how many times I've folded to this thing. Do you ever read this? This tells you what they're about, who they are. I bet you never even look at the voters' pamphlet. Never. Never, because you keep voting blindly. You got to read. I hate reading, but I got to read. You know why? Because I need to stay informed. I need to figure out, how am I going to do this? How is this going to happen? Can we, do we, where, etc. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No, this is no gaslighting. This is no fake paid propaganda. The reason why we stick together on my channel is because we all use common sense. Now, could we be lied to? Yeah, of course. But we got some proof. Show me. Show me. It's unbelievable that we have to, this day and age, tell people what's up. Now, I don't know if this is real, but let's take a look at this picture. All right? I am not going to put my hands on the fire for this, but let me read this paper. I've been wanting to read this. I haven't done it, but I find it interesting, okay? Here we go. It says, an official website of the United States government. Senate Democrats have now voted 12 times to not fund the food stamp program. Yeah, I think that's legit. Also known as SNAP. Bottom line, the well has run dry at this time. There will be no benefits issued November 1st. We are approaching an inflection point for Senate Democrats. They can continue to hold out for health care for illegal aliens and gender mutilation procedures, or reopen the government so mothers, babies, and the most vulnerable among us can receive critical nutrition assistance. Oh, man. I think that's legit. Yeah, I think that's legit. We know that already. Yeah, I was curious about it, but that's legit. You know, whether you people that want to stand up for Democrats, okay, whatever. Show me something that you're working on to help the Americans. Give me something. I'll read some. Here we go. Tell me something that Democrats are doing to help Americans. And none of this bullshit, undocumented or law-abiding migrants. No, Americans. What are they doing for America? Sorry, I got to get tough on you guys, but bro, come on. All right, here we go. Let me see that. There's gonna be a long list. Here we go. Here we go. Monkey Juice says can't change history. Yeah, jeez. Why do I even bother reading Monkey Juice's comments anymore? Marvin, I don't know what this guy thinks. He's on the dating chat. That is a flat out. Don't know. He didn't finish. Let's see. Trinity Heath Woods, my Navajo brother. I don't think he knew that even 5 months ago, but thank goodness he is. Trinity Heath is a Cherokee brother, not Navajo. Meldon is a Navajo, but he's not here today. Let's see. Ronald says they worship NBC. Pfft, man, not just NBC, but MSNBC, which makes it even worse. Let's see. Henry Meadows, oh, never mind. I'm not a Navajo, sister. I'm with the Cherokee. Yeah, see, look at that. Even that, I'm giving you facts. Even that, I'm right on. Man, you know what I'm saying? I know what's up. All right, here we go. Let's see. Melody has. F that, Dennis. You explain to us what the F has Trump has done to make America first. Of course, absolutely. Well, let me just go with one little simple one. One simple thing that Donald Trump has done. He has secured the southern border. Now you go. What's one single thing that Democrats have been doing in the last 12 years to put America first? I'm waiting. But I'm not going to hold my breath. Go ahead. Go on now. Give me something. Here we go. Liberty for All says they believe on woman's choice. Yeah, that's great for America. That's great. Murdered babies in the womb. That's the great accomplishment of... Okay, all right. Well, you know, okay. I think that by the time I run for governor, I'm going to be 100% against abortion. There is way too many retards out there that are just going to abuse that power. Here we go. Second thing. The United States of America was being used and abused by many countries throughout the world, and we were hemorrhaging money like crazy. And we're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars. We have made China rich. And President Donald Trump put tariffs on the table, it stopped that hemorrhaging of money, and has brought everybody in the world to come and make a deal with us. Okay, you go. Let's see. Liberty for All says, this is not the real Liberty for All, by the way. Democrats, they believe on small businesses. Yes, they believe on small businesses going out of business. That's why they shut down the whole country during COVID, lied to us that COVID was not going to be deadly and you were not going to get infected if you took the jab. Remember that? Yeah, they lied. They destroyed every single right that we had, except for the people that they preferred. So apparently to Democrats, it's okay to tell people, don't go to church and worship God, but you can go by the thousands on the street and yell at each other's faces, and that's okay to do during COVID. Now, you're a moron if you didn't see that coming. All right, let's see. What else? All right, well, hey, you know what? President Trump is back. Respect is back in the house. Thank you, Tanya. That is correct. 100% accurate. Told No Lies says, why are you not deported? Because they don't deport American citizens, dummy. That's why. Kevin says, my cat's not gay. I believe you, Kevin. I believe you. Cool Cat Renee says, please double tap that screen, not that ass. Tommy. Cool Cat, come on. You got to finish that word, man. You know, people are going to be putting that word after that sentence. Everybody knows. You know it. I know it. We all know it. Everybody's thinking the words in their mind. All right. Another thing that that Democrats have done for America. So far, they haven't done shit on these two examples that you've given. But let me have the third example. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, guys, come on. Let these guys give us some things that Democrats have done to help America. Marvin says, except for space currency. I don't know what the hell that means. Elaborate. Let's see. Heath says, Dennis, you could finish the show tonight by just telling all the accomplishments that Trump has done. Oh, my God. I know, Heath, but why not tease them? I want them to learn something. Oh, hold on. Dennis forgets history. It's sad. All right, Monkey Juice. I know you got there's got to be something in that little brain of yours. All right, let me see, Monkey. What in history did I forget? Go on now. You got this. I believe in you. Not really, but, you know, it's a nice thing to say. Excuse me. Man, that's a long-ass tweet. I got the latest tweet from the president. I'm going to share that with you guys. No. All right, you guys got nothing. I get it. Nothing but some good news clips. Bitcoin. Okay. No, I'm talking about what Democrats done. Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go. I forgot about this. The Democrats have made millions of dollars. Oh, wait. That was just Nancy Pelosi and her husband. That was money for Americans, but it was just them, not the whole country. My bad. I thought I had some good news for you guys. I thought I had something. But where did little monkey go? I want to know what I forgot about in history. I feel shameful right now. Thank you, my man. I see you guys. Thank you. Appreciate your love. Liberty for all. Wait, is this the real liberty for all? Let's see. It's what I know back in 2007, a Republican took the economy down and one Democrat brought it back up. In 2007. George Bush? Okay. That is true. Now, it wasn't really all the way back up, but yeah, I get it. What I'm asking you right now, let me reiterate it here. Let me reiterate. What have Democrats done in the last 10 years? How's that? No, you know what? Forget it. What have Democrats done? Because remember, if that argument right there is true, that means President Trump as well did that because he was a Democrat. But now that President Trump and a lot of the good people on the Democratic side have become Republicans, the Republicans haven't done jack shit for this country. Am I correct? So now the Democrats that became Republicans, they would have been Democrats and they would have still been doing something right now. Everything Trump is doing should be credited to Democrats. But what you guys fail to see and understand is loyalism is not good for this country. It's good for that relationship, but not for the country. Patriotism is good for the country. As our dear friend Senator Fetterman said, country before party. And that's how it goes. So now that President Trump is in the Republican side, Democrats don't have shit left. That's how it went. That's how it went. I will tell you what they did for America. They raised taxes like a mofo, and they woke up a big blue wave of racism in this country. You see, this is what they're good at. They can't get rid of the heritage of racist feelings. They just can't get rid of it. I don't know what it is. It is crazy. I don't understand. But what have they done? What did they do in the last administration? Let's just go there. What did they do in the last administration that has benefited our country at all? And thank you for that super chat, Liberty. They haven't done shit, right? Of course not. All right, here's a tweet from our president. Before we go, let's see. Trinity at Monkey Juice. All you said was Dennis forgetting history. Nothing after that. No, I think he thinks that because of the comment from Liberty of 2007, I think he kind of took that knowledge as in he knew what it was. But that was Liberty that mentioned that. All right. So let me see. Gun safety. Oh my God. Liberty, please tell me that you are not buying that shit. Wait, Trinity, didn't you send me something about gun control? Let me see here. Hold on. Before we read this tweet. Let's see. Come on. What did I do with it? What is this shit? Oh, man, what the hell happened? I don't know where it went. I don't know where it went. All right, we're done with Arnold. We're done with Jeffries. We're back at the post. So, can you, let me see if I can find it here really quick. Let me see if I can find it. And Trinity had texted me something that I thought was great. I think it was Trinity. Let me see. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna read it for you, okay? Here we go. Trinity, you remember this that you sent me, right? My guns have good self-control. Liberty. Oh, man, you're in trouble now. Here we go, buddy. Let me read something for you. This was sent to me by Trinity, and I believe she got this from her mom. Good old American mother. The odd it is, says, Nazis were National Socialists that tore down statues. I think Democrats have done that, yes? Yes. They banned free speech. I think Democrats hate free speech unless they're the ones talking. Blame economic hardships on one group of people. They blame us for the economic hardship. That's the Democrats. They instituted gun control. There you go, liberty for all. And that is Democrats. They put the state before God. And that was your precious Obama when he removed the 10 Commandments from the Supreme Court. Placed strict government regulations on industry. The last couple of decades, Democrats have been getting rid of manufacturers that were here in the United States and have globalized their economy, by allowing China to build all the products that we no longer build here to make a profit. That doesn't make America great. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you today's Democrats. I knew it was Trinity. I knew that it was her that sent me that message. So there you go, guys. I try not to, I don't make things up. I try not to, okay? I try to give you something that I feel is a fact, that is true, and there it is. Now, for all my American patriots, here we go. Let's go ahead and read what the president said, because maybe he's going to put his foot in his mouth. Here we go. Donald Trump says, I just got back from Asia, where I met the leaders of many countries, including China, Japan, South Korea, Malaysia, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Singapore, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, and others. Damn! He went and visited all those countries. And Joe Biden was at his basement. But don't worry, the digital pen was hard at work. It was a great honor to meet them, but more particularly, to see that America is respected again. Man, President Trump just never disappoints me. Isn't that what I always say? I haven't read this tweet, but this is exactly how I feel. This is what I see. This is what a lot of the patriots in here see on my life. Am I right? Yeah, I know. I am right. President Trump, I love you, sir. You are fantastic. We are respected like never before. Great trade deals were made. This is what Republicans are doing. It would have been Democrats if Trump didn't change parties, but sorry for you losers out there. You lost the best leadership that you could have ever had. Let's see. Long-term relationships now exist. Frankly, I mean, I'm reading ahead there. And money is pouring into our country because of tariffs. Yep. I agree with that. I've been saying it. And frankly, the landslide results of the 2024 presidential elections. I mean, the one question that kept coming up, however, was how did Democrats shut down the United States of America? And why did the powerful Republicans allow them to do it? The fact is, in flying back, I thought a great deal about that question. Why? Majority Leader John Thune and Speaker of the House Mike Johnson are doing a great job. But Democrats are crazed lunatics that have lost all sense of wisdom and reality. Shit, I see that in my chat every day. Every day I see the same people in here. Oh, man. That is crazy. It is a sick form of the now legendary Trump derangement syndrome. Tedious that only comes from losing too much. Man, I try to make it without laughing. I apologize. All right, let me continue. Man. Let's see. They want trillions of dollars to be taken from our healthcare system and given to others who are not deserving. People who have come into our country illegally. Many from prisons and mental institutions. This will hurt American citizens, and Republicans will not let it happen. It is now time for the Republicans to play their trump card. I like it. I like it. And go for what is called the nuclear option. Get rid of the filibuster and get rid of it now. Just a short while ago, the Democrats, while in power, fought for 3 years to do this, but were unable to pull it off because of Senators Joe Manchin of West Virginia and Kristen Sinema of Arizona. I think that's how you say her name. Never have the Democrats fought so hard to do something because they knew the tremendous strength that terminating the filibuster would give them. They want to substantially expand or pack the United States Supreme Court, make Washington, D.C. and Puerto Rico states, thereby automatically picking up 4 seats. Interesting. Many House seats and at least 8 electoral votes and many other highly destructive things. Well, now we are in power. And if we did what we should be doing, it would immediately end this ridiculous country-destroying shutdown. If the Democrats ever came back into power, which would be made easier for them if the Republicans are not using the great strength and policies made available to us by ending the filibuster. The Democrats will exercise their rights, and it will be done in the first day they take office, regardless of whether or not we do it. In addition to all of the other things we would get, such as the best judges, the best U.S. attorneys, the best of everything. This was a concept from years ago of then President Barack Hussein Obama and former Majority Leader Harry Reid in order to take advantage of the Republicans. Now, I want to do it in order to take advantage of the Democrats. Retribution. Let's go. Time to fight back. There we go. Time to fight back. You know, I just realized that I have been malnutrition today. I have not got any good food except for one little thing of top ramen all day. That's punishing right there. But hey, you know, maybe it helps me lose some weight in the long run. It's a new form of sort of fasting. Anyway, as you guys saw, that President Trump was giving out candy. Oh, it was so cute. All the children coming in here. McDonald's billions and billions served drive-through. Order here. And that guy loves McDonald's. People have a good sense of humor. You know, in the chat, I was like, oh, I don't see black people in here. I saw black people in there. Everybody saw it. We all saw it. But they always have to make it about race. Somebody made that comment in there that they always have to make it about race. I wish they would have taken the picture of the black little girl that was in there with her little ponytails that I saw. Oh, there's an Asian. There's an Asian. There's a couple Asians, guys. Oh, yeah. They're not white. Oh, except for that little girl might be. We don't know who that minion is, but he might be white as well. Oh. All right, here we go. There's a real leader right here. End wokeness. Here we go. And let's see what this guy said. This guy is very smart, guys. Omar Fateh waves foreign flags, speaks a foreign language, pledges his loyalties to Somalia, tells Somalians to elect him. Folks, you can't make this shit up. It's a rally in Minneapolis. Oh my goodness. Let's put that right there. I like to be right in the middle, guys. Right in the middle. Oh boy. Here we go. Let's listen.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Somalia. Hiran State. Mahawisle. Early voting hadda illa November 4. I need your vote. I need you. Hadan Udkina, hello. We're going to
Guys, come on, man. People, are you hearing this? Do you see that? Guys, man, I'm telling you, man, I get deflated a little bit when we are warning, we're telling our fellow Americans that these people are a cancer to the American people. They're destroying your children's future. Let me just tell you that right now. That is here in the United States of America. He's asking Somalis to vote for him. I raised my case. I raised my case. I can't believe it. Let me take a listen to some of these clips from today. It is unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. I did not expect to find that on my feed, but there it is. Oh, Ronald, I'm telling you, man, I hope that the polls are wrong. I know the polls were having President Donald Trump to lose as well on this election, and he ended up winning. I know Sliwa has the least percentage on there, and I don't know if it's the right thing to do. I mean, it would make more sense to me, which of course it will never happen. It's if Cuomo stepped out and gave those 43 points to Sliwa, I think that would be a great move, and he better do that now. He just has way too much baggage, bad history, bad reputation, and let's be honest, the guy was doing a shit job for New York. Okay, hi Maggie. Let's take a listen to what they're saying over here. Paycheck and it's hard for them. No, okay, here we go.
So first, I want to thank you for calling this meeting of the aviation industry. We have a great coalition, bipartisan coalition, and so thank you for that. I just want to tell you, we look at the aviation system, and we've seen blips and blurbs, whether it's LAX or it's Atlanta or it's Dallas. You're seeing impacts of this shutdown on our airspace, and that means travelers are delayed, travelers are canceled. It has real problems. So our air traffic controllers, their first paycheck they missed, well, they got 90%, 80% of the paycheck. That was in early October. They just missed their full paycheck. And you got to think, well, then the second paycheck comes. That's not when we have real disruption. Because every single day, as all of you people know, as we all pay our bills, right, it's not just the mortgage and the car payment, which is very real, but they're buying food. They travel 30, 45 minutes into the towers or the centers, so you have to buy gas. They have kids that want to play football or volleyball or tennis, and they can't afford the very life expenses that they need those paychecks for. And so though we've maintained the safety, I'm grateful for our controllers who are coming in every day. But I do think as this shutdown continues, you're going to see more pressure on controllers, more pressure on TSA workers, and that's going to have real impact. One group that we don't talk about a lot is we have technicians that work in our centers. I've talked to you all about how old our equipment is. We have technicians that come in every single day to make sure this equipment actually works. They too aren't getting paid. And this is burning, and it's having a real impact on our men and women who serve our airspace. And so I would join the vice president and say, don't hold us hostage. Don't hold American families' travel hostage. Don't hold air traffic controllers hostage. Open up the government, have a conversation. Let's get it resolved. But again, every day it gets harder. Every day there's going to be more challenges. And the last point I'll make before I turn it over to Sean O'Brien's really great hair day today is the fact that a lot of our people can go through the miss of one paycheck, and it's hard for them, but a lot of them can get through it. None of them can get through two paychecks. And so, again, if Democrats don't get their act together very quickly, you're going to see huge problems. And again, I would come to them with a clean heart and say, open up the government, and then let's have a conversation.
So, with this whole government shutdown, yeah, I think it would be more acceptable to think, Democrats are doing the right thing if they didn't take pay themselves. But the fact that they're taking pay themselves and they don't care that Americans are suffering and paying the price so they can have some little tiny win, and they can say, you see, guys, coming together, we did it. We broke the king. Somebody has to say it. That's what they want. They want to be able to have something to say, we did not quit. We won. Won what? What exactly? You won that every single American now knows that you guys don't give a shit about Americans. That's what you won. You won the trophy of losers. Now, I understand there's a lot of loyalists. Nicolas Cage, I'm not sure what the hell you're talking about there with your zipper. Please, keep it in your pants, lady. Let's see. Kevin says, ice, ice, baby, let's go. Let's kick it. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Schumer shutdown, we already know that. We already know what's popping. We're going to get another 39-second clip here from our vice president. Let's take a look and see what he says as well.
To the Democrats, let's sit down and come to a compromise and work it out. And you know what the Democrats' response to that is? Give us everything we want, or we're going to shut down the government and keep it shut down. That is not reasonable behavior. That's not how you do compromise in this town. That is the way that the Democrats have operated. They are trying to take a hostage, and we can't reward that behavior. If we do that, If we say yes, of course, we'll give you everything that you want if you reopen the government. You know what's going to happen? In 3 months, they're going to come back to the administration and they're again going to say, we're going to shut down the aviation industry. We're going to deny people SNAP benefits unless you give us exactly what you want. That's how a child behaves. Now, here is our very simple proposal.
Okay, there you go. You heard it. And that's what people don't understand. We understand that the reason why we're not going to sit there and try to negotiate with them is because what they're asking for is the same shit that has already been voted on, it's already passed, it's done. And democracy didn't work for them. Thanks for the chat, Liberty. What you say? This is what happens when honest Latinos, we are classified as criminals or traitors because we speak our minds. You guys get Muslims whose beliefs are not Christians. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to make sense of why people don't see that. The big beautiful bill was filibustered, was talked about, was negotiated. You know what? The majority of the Congress and Senate are Republicans. So what happened? The bill passed, right? The bill passed. Now we know that we are the majority, but they know, and most people out there don't know, is that in order for Republicans to keep the government open, we need 7 Democrats to line up with us so that we can have government open. Now, the Democrats tell you some of the truth. The first they throw out, they got the majority Congress. They got the majority in Senate. They have the White House. They can open the government right now. That's a lie. Most of that statement there is true, but the last part is a lie. And Democrats, they just believe that what these liars say is the truth. Now, they keep calling us liars, but that's what they do to convince themselves that we are liars. That's a Marxist tactic. We get it. Nancy Pelosi said it on the interview. You guys remember that video? She said, it's just a smear. It's just a smear. You know, we make up things about our opponent, and then we tell the legacy media, we tell the media, they publish a story, and then we come over here and we do a press conference, and then we mention such a smear, and then we back it up by the fact that it was reported on the news. That's a Marxist strategy. That's what they have created, and this is what they believe. Why can't people see that for what it is? I tell you, I go and I try to visit some of these leftist, creators, right? Content creators or whatever they call themselves. They are so retarded with their belief. Like, this is the same, that what they say is the same thing that their politicians tell them. Not what they see happen, not what they know is true. It's whatever the politicians say on their side and the corrupted legacy media. They believe that. Now, they probably didn't believe it at first, but they're loyalists to a party, not to a country. So they repeat this lie to themselves, and they repeat it until they actually believe it. And once they do that, it's very hard to know the truth from the lie. So they call us liars, which is funny. You're going to call me a liar. There's Jeff. Jeff Chalmers says you're a liar, Dennis. That's what I'm talking about. And then he comes in here with the biggest bullshit lie, trans rights. The fuck is a trans rights? Let me tell you, if you think that is a right to mutilate your child, then no, you don't got the freaking right. But you get the same right that everybody else has. How about that? Don't be asking for extra rights that somebody else doesn't have, you hypocrites. Everybody has the same rights. Okay? No trans rights, no gay rights, no other bullshit rights. Every rights that American has, that is the rights that you get as well. I have spoken. All right, let's see. What do we got here, Mr. Vice President? What else you got?
Every partisan dispute, every policy disagreement, all of these things we can talk about, we can reason through, we can disagree, we can shake hands and compromise on some of those issues, hopefully. But this is something that every single American, Democrat or Republican or independent, should be able to agree on. Open the government. Stop this craziness and open the government. It's causing way too many problems.
Stop it. Seek help. All right, so he doesn't know. I can tell you why that is. Go on, tell me. Thanks for the super chat, man. Let me see. Manuel Correa says it's not true. Somebody was confused here. Oh, monkey juice. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's read what monkey juice says. Monkey says, what's the Republican angle on the shutdown again? Okay, so, bro, you got to pay attention, man. You got to catch up. We already voted on the big, beautiful bill. They filibustered. They hated it, blah, blah, blah. We won. The bill passed. Everything is great. Now they want to shut down the government because they couldn't use democracy to move forward. They raise a vote on the big, beautiful bill. They make some changes, a lot of changes, to be honest, and then it passed. Democracy won. But because democracy didn't work for them, they shut down the government. And what they do is they blame Republicans. Now, you can blame Republicans all you want, but we are not going to give that $1.5 trillion for illegal immigrants and some of their democratic agenda. We need that money for our safety, for our protection. We need that money for the military. We need that money to strengthen America, not strengthen illegal immigrants. That is the dumbest thing I've heard. Pia Geotech, Buddha. I don't care what you say, man. I love this country, and I will stand for this country always. Melody, okay, here we go. Melody Serenas has something to say. Let's see. He walked into women's changing rooms and bragged about it. So don't ask all pissed about men walking into women's changing rooms. Wait a minute. What a hypocrite. Isn't that what you guys want? That's what you Democrats want. You want men in women's changing rooms. What's the problem now? So Trump did it a long time ago. By the way, they were all 18 and older. Yes, he was the pageant owner. So what? And he can brag all he wants. But he did something that you are pushing us to accept. And we ain't playing that route. We are not going that route. So what is the problem? What is the problem with you Democrats? What is the problem? That is the biggest problem that you have there. Melody, man, I gave you a chance. I gave you a chance, Melody, and you're over here trans rights. Yeah, you hypocrite. Trans rights. Put men in women's sports. Put men in women's locker room. Watch them get naked and get dressed. Steam hot showers. You hypocrite. Go bury your head in the sand. Might as well, because you have no brains to think. How are you going to make a comment that you know that is so easy to battle against? You have been fighting for trans rights. There's not such thing. You want men in women's locker rooms, in women's sports. Now what? What's the problem? Let's not forget that guy that went to jail said that he was a trans woman, and a bunch of women got raped in jail by a man. Good job. That was you. You did that. We are against that. You see how many hundreds of children went by President Donald Trump? Not one little sniff. Not one. It was very refreshing to see, wasn't it? So there you go. I wish that you guys could really have something on President Trump to talk about. But I'll tell you what. I'm tired. Betsy, pray for man. All right. You know, somebody asked me for prayer. We'll pray. I'm going to tell you something, guys. I want you to pray for me on this. I take things at heart. Oh, good. Welcome back, Heath. Just in time for our goodbye prayer. One thing that you have to know about me, and I get very angry about, I'm not gonna lie. I always say that I don't, that I don't hate people, or, that I don't get crazy angry for nothing, which is true, but I still don't like it because I do get upset. When something is not fair, when something is not just, I have a big problem with whatever it is. So just pray for me on that. Pray for me to have a better reaction to things that I can't control. All right? So let me go ahead and say, number one, thank you, Berniel, for the super chat. That was very amazing. If you guys want me to stay here longer, there has to be another super chat like Berniel's, which I know that you guys won't do. So I will get some rest. But I will be back tomorrow morning, obviously. I want to thank you, man, Kevin, everybody, Trinity, of course, always you, sister. You are such a blessing to me in my life. You really are. Tanya, Dennis, it was good to see them interact with those children. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Tanya. You've also been supportive. I appreciate that. Life isn't fair, John. Absolutely. 100%. We're going to do a small prayer, so if you guys don't believe on that, you guys can leave. I want people to stay here that are positive, because I need all the positivity and all the faith that I can get during my prayer. You guys already know how I pray. So if you stop by the channel, thank you so much for visiting. I want to thank all of my members and subscribers. Liberty for all. Thank you for the super chat. It's because our government has become a business trade. You give one thing and I will give you what you want so you can have votes and support. But what about the people who cares about the people? I agree. Well, most of us, I think all conservatives probably, maybe most of us, at least in here. Hey, Brenda, you're just in time for a good night prayer. Good night, Carrie. Most of us already believe the Constitution is for the American people only. Okay, everybody else should respect that. Everybody should walk on eggshells and love this country and respect the people in it, etc. Okay, everybody has human rights, of course, but you got to respect our laws. The Constitution does not belong to you; it belongs to the American people. That's where I'm at with that. So if you promise all these things to Americans and you give them everything you promise, you're on good standing with me. You're in good hands. But if you're promising a lot of good things for Americans and you give it to a lot of illegal immigrants, that doesn't fly with me, okay? Don't use my religion as an excuse to break the law because it doesn't match. It doesn't go together, okay? Kevin, you would. You're an animal. All right, thank you, Father, for this night. Thank you for the conversations that we've had that have hold some weight. Thank you that it holds some truth. Father, forgive us for our mistakes, our sins, our trespassing, as we forgive those who trespass against us. I do want to bless your holy name, my Lord. You are the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and I believe in you. Father, I pray that you give us strength and wisdom to continue on, to be in a good place so that we can be good leaders. Father, I thank you for all the people, Lord, that maybe they have come in here with negativity, with bad thoughts. Maybe they just believe that the deceits and the lies of the devil. Father, we know better, and we hope that we never become proud of ourselves, but that we become proud of who you are in us. We bless your holy name, Lord. I pray, Lord, that you bring peace over Israel. that you bless them, bless their people, bless their land. Father, bless them with wisdom, strength. Bring peace upon them. I also pray for President Trump. What a great leader you have given us. And we thank you and we praise you for that. Thank you so more. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. And we praise you for that. Thank you, Lord, because we are imperfect, yet you still love us and you help us try to stand for truth. Bless the administration. Father, we ask you, Holy Spirit, to be upon the United States of America, on all Republicans and all those Democrats, that they see the truth, that we are to stand by your grace. We only alive and we live here because of your mercy and your grace. Father, we fight not just for this nation, but we fight for the world. So give us the strength and the wisdom to continue on this good fight. Father, thank you for giving us your daily bread, our daily bread. Thank you for giving us your word. Thank you for giving me friends and family through this channel that bring my spirit joy and hope, sometimes happiness. Father, I thank you for all the friends and patrons that you have allowed me to meet through this means. Father, all the glory and all the honor, Father, it's to you and for you forever and ever and ever. In the name of Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen. God bless you, Rush. I don't think I've said hello to you all night, and I've been neglecting you. I'm sorry, sister. I send you a big hug, okay? I will give you one in person very soon. I promise. Who knows? Maybe I'll head that way just for a small trip before Christmas. We just got to coordinate, okay? I'll let you know when. Maybe I can do it sometimes for next month in November, or if not, the beginning of December, okay? But I promise I'll go down there and say hello in person. God bless you guys. God bless you. Betsy, thank you. We need more men with courage like, build character in the men of this country, Ambel, en el nombre de Jesús. Thank you. Amen. Amen. We do. We need more Trump, more Donald Trumps in our time. Thank you so much, Heathwood. Amen, brother. God bless you. God bless your the Cherokee Nation. God bless the Navajo Nation. Any other nations that we have on there from our native brothers and sisters. May God protect you and bless you all. You guys have a wonderful night, okay? You guys enjoy the audio clip from my new favorite song. You all be blessed. Peace.
I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that